All right, immune to poison, darkness, silence, stun, fatigue, fog, and feeble. So no enfeeble, no physical defense down, even though it's weak to physical attacks, because we've got a physical attack bonus. So no physical defense down, magic attack down, or magic defense down. Uses many powerful physical attacks, so P attack down is good. P-def and M-def changes based on the force gauge. Oh, is this gonna be one of those that switches like 2B? Are we gonna have to have like a combination, or is it, well, I guess we'll find out. Gauge fills over time and a powerful ability is unleashed when it's full. Dealing damage to the enemy will deplete the gauge, and certain enemy abilities will be canceled when it is reduced to 0, okay? Inflicts P-def down and applies a chain gauge to all targets, so kind of similar to the lightning fight, right? The crossover lightning fight to all targets. Also removes own debuffs and grants self Veil with predation. Removes most buffs from a target with obliteration. Grant self P attack up and force own force gauge with rejuvenation. Lots of Asians. Okay, so we want physical attack down. This is a wind fight, right? It's an ailment and wind. Yep. Physical attack and weapon boost, and obviously Vincent's getting the bonuses here because Vincent's Vincent, right? I think I was farting around with like a free-to-play build that was actually pretty close to being able to clear this. But I think it was just not quite enough damage. But what I had done was basically built the team with all featured weapons and exchange ultimate weapons. And I almost beat Escalation 20 on my phone with that team. And it was with like short barrel Vincent. It wasn't even using his new pistol. I was just using the pistol for exploit weakness. So you just have to have one copy for exploit weakness. And it almost worked. No, I've already gotten it in my head. I've already got it in my head. I'm just gonna do it. Now we're playing as Vincent with no Wind Arcanum, baby. All right, and then go by physical attack here. So Vincent's actually pretty unique in the sense that he's already going to have most of the wind potency that he needs, and he is going to be maxed or close to maxed out in the physical attack. So there's not a ton that we're going to need for the actual wind potency here. And honestly, if I flipped short barrel and transgressor around, I imagine this is actually going to be better overall. Yeah, because he's already level 8 wind potency this way. Let's flip this around. And then we'll do Bahamut Greatsword for physical attack, all allies, and physical ability potency. We'll give him Surfer Blade, maybe, question mark? Yes, because we do not need physical defense down, right? So we can do this. That'll give him physical attack, the rest of the physical attack he needs, and 56 points of physical ability potency. And then last item here, I think I'm going to do Mystic Sword, right? Automatic's not necessary because it's going to give way too much physical ability potency. Phoenix Adachi is actually fine and probably more physically focused than the other one is, but I think the quintessential interruption is not necessary here because it doesn't have an interrupt phase because there's no sigil phase. So I probably, what does this get me to? Level 4 and level 3. What does Mystic Sword get me to? Level 4 and level 3. Yeah, so just do the Phoenix Adachi then. This is gonna be better. We'll use his exchange outfit and reprieve. Just for reprieve. So we need wind potency or wind defense down. We have physical weapon boost. Oh, we already have physical weapon boost. I forgot that Transgressor did that. Okay, never mind. You're off the table, Sephiroth. I forgot. Back to Phoenix Adachi. There we go. Okay, great. Great, looking good. All right, so we need wind defense down. We need single target damage received up if we can get there. And what else? Weapon bonus, right? Which is just Aerith. That's easy, just Aerith. So we're getting weapon bonus already. We need wind defense down, which Aerith can also do if we need to. We could also just bring a wind breach materia. We don't have to like bring an actual dedicated wind defense down. We already have exploit weakness, but we do not have enliven. I think it's probably Cloud. And you know what? This is actually a good thing. We're going to give him his Noble Parasol in his main hand. And we're going to give him the Mystic Sword in his offhand. He's going to be my physical attack down for this fight. Give him his ultimate weapon because I have it. We're going to give him, in terms of summons and the enemy abilities, I probably just give him Clim Hazard here, right? I could do Army of One too. Let's do Army of One. We'll do the Omni Arcanum for the classic dress. We're going to give him some decent wind potency stuff so that way he can actually do some damage. I'll just give him highest wind potency here. Vincent's our main DPS, so we're going to remove these and we're just going to give Vincent all the stuff. So physical attack all allies, and then we'll do physical defense all allies here as well. Get the highest one we can, right? Let's do Gauntlet of the Worthy. We're going to do Darrow Platis for buff debuff extension. And you know what? Let's give him... What is it? ATB self and wind mastery, right? Okay, yeah, we'll chill on that then. Okay, so back to this end, we're just gonna give him a PDEF all allies. Just keep it simple. Let's just do, this one's fine. Gives Cloud a little bit of ATB. Other things, we're gonna give him his other Omni Arcanum for more wind damage, and I don't think I have a wind outfit, I don't. So let's just give him some boost physical attack. Is that actually a thing? Am I gonna do that? No, we're gonna do this. How much does it get him for attack all allies? 52. That's actually worth it. I probably should consider giving him an attack all allies weapon. This is right at 45, so it's a 3% increase. This would be a 2% increase. Okay, so we'll just stick it as this. That's fine. All right, so Cloud's done. So we've got single target damage received up. We've got Enliven. We've got physical attack down, so we need wind resist down. We need single target damage we already have. We need bonus damage, and we need physical defense up. Which is just, it's just Aerith, right? No other good options here. Could use Sephiroth as well if you wanted to, with Kikuchi Manji. And he could actually bring in Masamune, or not Masamune, Ki something? What is it? Kotetsu, is that it? Kotetsu. This one has physical attack down as well. So like this is an option. You could do this in Kikuchi Manji instead of Cloud. You could also do Muramasa, obviously, instead of Cloud. You lose Enliven here, but you still have the physical attack down, the single target damage received up. So still an option. But then you definitely want a healer here. Red 13 is actually also an option too. If you have his Hellhound outfit, this actually has the ability to do single target damage received up 50% for the for a 60-second duration. So if you have that outfit available, it's at least an option. Is it a good one? No, but it's there. So another alternative. Let's do Aerith. We're going to do Bahamut Rod for physical defense up because I imagine we'll need it. We'll do Festive Rod for the bonus damage because I imagine we'll need it. We do not need Exploit Weakness because Vincent already does it on his own, and I'm not worried about Cloud's damage here. We're just worried about Vincent's. We're going to give her, I'm just going to do Abraxas here. I don't think it's actually going to come down to Abraxas. I think we're going to be healed just fine. I'll bring Breath of the Earth just in case it gets too low. The physical defense stuff drops get too low. I already have Exploit Weakness here, so I'm going to do Festive Dress just for the ATB reduction. This doesn't really matter at the end of the day. We'll do Boost Heal Potency here to give her better heals. Just going to give her the top 3 ones that I've got. The only thing that I do want to make sure that we have is a Wind Breach Materia, so we will go down and find whichever Wind Breach Materia I have. I may have passed it. We'll find out together. Not like I can search for Wind Resist down in my filters. There's a Wind Breach. We'll use Abraxas. This is stat debuff tier down to get that extra tier down and the Wind Resist down, and then we'll just try to keep it reapplied over the course of the fight. Again, it's immune to Enfeeble, so we're not really worried about the Enfeeble side of things. Vincent actually has the ability to increase our stuff up, which is nice. Right now, we do not have wind damage up, which may end up being a problem. But we've got so many good debuffs and so many good buffs that it may not matter. So we'll go into this and expect it that it's going to be a problem and figure it out from there. But for now, right now, it is what it is. Same deal with Aerith here. We're just going to give her physical attack all allies, attack all allies, and then physical defense all allies just to help round it out. Give Vincent more damage and just try to do the best we can here. So other combat gloves, festive gloves, and the squeaky hammer. We're going to do this just for the extra healing potency, and then this gives 20%. I think this one gives 40, right? No, it's 30. 30 is still good. 30's still good. I don't think this gives enough. It's another 10% healing potency, though. Gotcha. Okay, so it actually doesn't matter here. Sick. Okay, well, I'll get the extra percentages then. That's way better. Cool. All right, and then for Memoria here, the actual good Memoria that you want is this one. It's going to give you 200 of the physical defense with the same 1,000 attack that you would get otherwise. And because it's undefined, we're not going to get an extra bonus from this R ability anyways, the third one that most of the Memorias get. So having the extra 50 defense here is way more important. I think I have a couple of Memoria shards that I could just throw in there. It's not perfect, but it'll at least get us to a point where we can like use this as a review tool today. And that'll at least get us up to a decent point. So yeah, so now we're working with some pretty good stuff here. Obviously we've got Cloud's single target thing. So we've got the torpor effect. We've got single target damage received up. We've got ATB boost all allies. We've got buff tier up. We have physical weapon boost and exploit weakness with Vincent's. This is going to be the main weapon that we're using unless we're at full health. If we are at full health, believe it or not, short barrel does more damage than transgressor at OB10. So if you have short barrel at OB10 and you do not have transgressor at OB10, short barrel does more damage if you are at max HP. This does 1200%. So if you have transgressor at OB10, then it is not a contest. That one does more damage. But if you're at full HP and you do not have transgressor at OB10, short barrel is the better option. But only if you are at full HP. If you are not, you should be using transgressor's attack because it is always doing at least 1080, which is significantly higher than the floors of short barrel. Oh, you know what I'm missing? I don't have physical attack up. That's gonna be a problem. I guess I could just say forget the physical attack and just, or physical defense up and just hope the physical attack debuff is good enough. And just do Kimura wand here. If you don't have Kimura wand, that one that we got for free, the Rousing Wiser staff, it's the same thing. It's a little bit worse than Kimura wand is, but it gets the job done. Could always switch Tentsuya over to Cloud too and have Vincent use his limit break, because his limit break is +4 physical attack. All right, so let's slow this down, put it on manual mode. First thing we're gonna do is put our physical defense up, or our physical attack up rather. We're gonna get our exploit weakness on, single target damage received up. We're gonna lower its physical attack. We're gonna get ourselves our bonus damage, and just start doing some damage with Vincent here. Can actually, oh, I need to get the wind breach down too as well. My bad. Okay, let's defense here. Comes Immaculate End. This shouldn't do a ton. Ooh, that actually did quite a bit. My fault. Put on semi so those guys still do some damage here. Already down to our reprieve, which is not great. Okay. Still looking pretty okay so far. Rejuvenation's not good. Make sure we've got our full physical attack down. Just try to do as much damage as possible here. I believe Aerith still has reprieve up. I think only Cloud has lost his reprieve so far. So Aerith should be fine to go down here if she goes down. We'll get our physical defense removed, our physical defense debuffs removed here, which will be helpful. Then Tetsuya comes in for some extra damage. We should clear this. This actually doesn't look terribly close. We should be fine. The Aerith's still alive. Vincent's still at full health. Yeah, he's gonna die for sure. Yeah, that was easy. Now, obviously, I had to use some limited weapons there, and that helps a lot in this. But I didn't have wind damage up. Vincent doesn't have a wind arcanum. I mean, there's a lot here that like you guys could definitely have better than this, right? Like my main DPS tool was OB10 short barrel, which we all have, right? That was part of the customization thing. Aggie, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. And I'm only using the arcanum that I'm using there is an ice arcanum, so like that's not even a good team. But yeah, that should be pretty reasonable for people to reach, I think. Like again, obviously I'm using 2 limited weapons here, because again, I'm not counting Kimura wand anymore because number one, this weapon isn't even that good anymore, number one, and number two, we have access to a free version of this, and you all should have at least a copy of this, so you can definitely use this for physical attack up. But it's just using Festive Rod and Noble Parasol. And then this is a weapon that we get from that we got from customization, and so is this. Obviously the ultimate weapons helped there, but like they weren't necessary, they just helped.